Hi YouTube fam, I am Angeline, the nursing assistant. Guess what day it is? It's Chit Chat Tuesday. It's Chit Chat Tuesday. It's Chit Chat Tuesday. Come on, you guys. Let's get into it. Today, you guys, on this Chit Chat Tuesday, we're still on the supervisors. Some of y'all may say, oh, I'm sick of hearing about supervisors. Are you talking about them too much? Or you really hate supervisors? No, I don't. But I want the supervisors. I hope some supervisors come in and charm in and listen to my videos, because you are very important. A supervisor is very important. A supervisor can make or break a company. So we're going to get into that. How a supervisor can make or break a company. First, you guys, let's get into what kind of training do a person have to go through in order to be a supervisor? What exactly is the qualification? Because through my years of being a nursing assistant and being around supervisors, it seems to me that they have to have little to no training in that area. And I feel like that's a mistake. Because just because you have a LPN on your badge, you have an RN on your badge, or you are a good nursing assistant, does not automatically mean that you will be a good supervisor. So in saying that, most supervisors have little to no experience in supervising. So that's one reason why, while in the healthcare industry, the coworker have so much conflict with their supervisor because they really have no training in supervising. As a supervisor, it's a certain way you're supposed to communicate with your coworker or with your employee. The first mistake that I have seen supervisors make, they become friends with one of their employees, which is fine, but in coming friends, you see a little treatment differentiation, and that will automatically create a problem. Another problem I have seen in supervisors and their employee, they will get the employee and they'll talk about the other employees with an employer. You know, that's against every supervisor rules that there is. But it happened. They would go to an employee and talk about everybody in the building. Everybody in the building. And that is not right, because you are on a supervisor level. Your standard should be higher than the people or the employee that you're supervising. You can't do what they do because you are held to a higher standard. So I see that going on. you know. And believe it or not, that reduces the respect that the employee have for the supervisor. Number 3 reason that I feel like a supervisor needs to have some kind of training in that area. They don't know how to communicate with their employee. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to talk to their employee, because most people that, well, I'm going to say most nursing assistants that I have talked to about their supervisor, they always say is they don't talk to them with respect. They come at them barking. No one is going to receive a person coming barking at them. You as a supervisor wouldn't receive anybody coming to you barking at you. So why do it to someone else? Why do it to someone else? Put yourself in their position, and maybe you can talk to them and communicate with them a little better than what you do. Because barking at someone is not going to go over very well. Number 4, micromanagement. Why do you have to keep an eye on your employee every minute of the day? Supervisors, that's not good. That's not good. You should not be running behind your employee every minute of the day. No one wants anyone on their back. Would you want supervisors? Do you want your boss on your back every minute of the day? What? Supervisors, by you doing that, that's not helping the situation. That's not making your employee do their work if they're not doing it. When you micromanage like that, that creates rebellion. They rebel. See, if you go into training, you will learn all this. You will learn all this. You will get more out of your employee by encouraging. You can correct our employee or tell an employee what to do, because that is your job to supervise. If you see something that's going wrong, that's your job. It's the way you do it. It's the way you do it. It's an effective way, and it's an ineffective way. You have to know how to do that. Being a supervisor is not all about dictating. I know on my previous video, you like to call yourself boss. Nobody wants to be bossed around. No one. And supervisors, that's not your job to boss people around. It's not going to sit well. You're not going to do a good job if that's the attitude that you have. So get that boss mentality out and put in, you want to supervise. You want to help. You want to talk to people with respect. You want to talk to them the way you want to be talked to. You would get, have you ever heard the saying, you would attract more flies with honey than vinegar? That's a true statement. If you always behind your employee, always criticizing your employee, guess what? Your employee going to do the minimum. They're not going to be motivated to go above and beyond. You want your employee to want to go above and beyond. You want your employee to love coming to work. You don't want your employee dreading to come to work. You want your employee, when they get there, to enjoy working. So don't be so fast to criticize, and never say what they're doing correctly. Never giving praises. Because all you're doing is killing your employee. And that's not what a supervisor is supposed to do. Your job, as well as supervising, is also to build your team up. That's your job also, to build them up, to motivate, to encourage. All of that is a part of supervising. And if you haven't been to any kind of training, looked at a video, read a book, sat through a 1-hour seminar, something to give you an idea of how to supervise, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. Personally, I don't see how a company would put a person in a supervisor position without some kind of training. 'Cause guess what? You will fail. You gotta have some kind of supervisor position or training in order to be successful at your job, just like anything else. To be a nursing assistant, a good nurse, you gotta have training. You gotta have training. To be a dishwasher, a good dishwasher, you gotta have training. You gotta have training in washing dishes. This can't be the first time you go to wash dish and you working in a restaurant, a big restaurant, trying to wash dishes, and you never washed dishes before. You think you're gonna be successful? Same way with supervisors. You have to have some kind of training in supervising in order to be successful at it. And if you have none, there's no way you can be successful at it. I'm going to say this. Let's change that. You can be successful at it eventually. Eventually, you will be successful at it through trial and error. But guess what? You're going to run all your employees away before you learn how to be successful at it. you're going to run them away, because no one is going to work under certain conditions, especially as a nursing assistant. Let me tell you why as a nursing assistant. Number one, it's too many jobs out here as a nursing assistant. Number two, a nursing assistant is low pay. We already is getting low pay. So we're not going to put up with somebody disrespecting us, micromanaging us, this hard work that we do. And then our supervisor don't know how to supervise, don't know how to give us respect, always on our back. And then we get nickels and pennies for what we do. No one is going to put up with that. So supervisors, look at your employee. Are they leaving? Because most people that leave their job, 90% of the time, it's not because of the job, it's because of the people at the job. It's because of the people at the job. So, supervisors, if you didn't get any training, you need to go to your administrator, your boss, or whoever, and say, hey, I need some training in this area. I applied for the position, or y'all recommended me for the position, but y'all didn't offer me any training. I need some training. Because have you ever heard the saying, if the head is out of order, the tail gonna be out of order. Wherever that head go, that tail gonna go. So if the tail is out of order, it's only a reflection of the head. Remember that. I'm gonna say it one more time for the people in the back. If the tail is out of order, it's only because the head is out of order. Because wherever that head goes, that tail will follow. So that's it for this Chit Chat Tuesday. Subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell, because you don't want to miss not one of my videos. Not one. Come on. Let's get it started.